Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic that affects many: how to tell if you're being used rather than loved. We all crave love and connection, but sometimes we find ourselves in relationships that leave us feeling drained and unfulfilled. It's like you're putting in all this effort, but you're not getting anything back. So, how do you know if you're giving your heart to someone who's truly invested in you, or if you're just being taken advantage of? Look folks, love is not a part-time gig. It's not something you just squeeze in when it's convenient. When you're truly loved, you're a priority, not an option. You're not sitting by the phone waiting for a text back. You're not constantly rearranging your schedule to fit someone else's whims. You're valued, you're respected, and your time is cherished. Now, I'm not saying every date night needs to be etched in stone. Life happens, things come up. But if you're constantly feeling like an afterthought, like you're always playing second fiddle to their job, their friends, their hobbies, well, that's a big old red flag right there. You deserve to be with someone who actively chooses you, who makes time for you, who makes you feel like you matter. It's about consistency, folks. It's about showing up, not just saying the right words. Are they there for the important things? Do they remember your birthday? Do they ask about your day? Do they make an effort to be part of your life? Or are you always the one reaching out? Always the one making the plans? Always the one bending over backwards? If you're constantly feeling like you're on the back burner, it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, is this really love? Or am I just being convenient? You deserve better than that. You deserve to be someone's priority, not just an option they pick up when they have a few minutes to spare. Love is a two-way street, folks. It's about giving and receiving, about supporting each other through thick and thin. A loving relationship is a safe haven, a place where you can be vulnerable, where you can share your hopes and fears, your dreams and anxieties, knowing that you'll be met with empathy and understanding. Now, I'm not saying your partner needs to be your therapist, but they should be someone you can lean on, someone who offers a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, a word of encouragement when you need it most. They should be invested in your emotional well-being. They should celebrate your successes and offer comfort in times of sorrow. But if you're in a relationship where your feelings are dismissed, your struggles are minimized, your needs are ignored, well, that's not love, that's emotional neglect. It's like talking to a brick wall. You're pouring your heart out, but you're not getting anything back. You end up feeling alone, isolated, like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And that's not how it should be. You deserve to be with someone who sees you, who hears you, who values your emotions, and offers support when you need it most. Don't settle for a relationship where your emotional needs are an afterthought. Let me tell you something, folks. Love is a team effort. It's not about one person carrying the weight of the relationship while the other just sits back and enjoys the ride. It's about both partners showing up, putting in the effort, making sure the scales are balanced. Now, I'm not saying everything needs to be a 50-50 split. Relationships ebb and flow. There are times when one person might need to lean on the other a little more. But if you're constantly the one initiating contact, planning dates, making compromises, going the extra mile, well, that's a sign that something's off. It's like you're running a marathon, but your partner is just sitting on the sidelines, sipping lemonade, watching you sweat, and that's not fair. You deserve to be with someone who meets you halfway, who puts in the same effort, who shows you that they're just as invested in the relationship as you are. Look, relationships require work, they require commitment, they require both partners to roll up their sleeves and put in the effort. If you're the only one doing the heavy lifting, it's time to have a serious conversation with your partner. Because love is not a one-way street, it's a partnership, and both partners need to be actively engaged. Listen up, folks. Love is not about keeping score. It's not about tallying up favors and expecting something in return. But there's a difference between selfless acts of love and being constantly taken advantage of. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly being asked for favors, where you're always lending a helping hand, but your own needs are never reciprocated, well, that's a sign that you're being used, not loved. It's like you're running a favor factory, churning out good deeds left and right, but you're not getting anything back in return. You're always there to lend a listening ear, to offer a shoulder to cry on, to help out with a project, to go the extra mile. But when you need something, when you need support, when you need a helping hand, suddenly, your partner is nowhere to be found. They're quick to take, but slow to give. They're happy to benefit from your generosity, but they're not willing to reciprocate. And that's not how healthy relationships work. Love is about balance, it's about mutual support, it's about being there for each other, not just taking what you can get. If you're feeling used, if you're feeling like your generosity is being taken for granted, it's time to set some boundaries. It's time to start saying no. It's time to prioritize your own needs. It's time to make sure you're not being taken advantage of. Look, folks, love is about connection. It's about sharing your life with someone who's genuinely interested in who you are, what you're passionate about, what makes you tick. A loving partner wants to know your hopes and dreams, your fears and anxieties, your quirks and idiosyncrasies. They want to be part of your world, they want to share experiences, they want to learn and grow alongside you. But if you're in a relationship where your partner shows little to no interest in your life, where they don't ask questions, where they don't engage in meaningful conversations, where they're indifferent to your passions, well, that's a sign that something's amiss. It's like you're living in parallel universes, you're sharing the same space, but you're not truly connected. They don't know your favorite color, they don't know your dreams for the future, they don't know what makes your heart sing, and frankly, they don't seem to care. They're not invested in getting to know you, they're not curious about your inner world, they're not interested in building a deeper connection, and that's a lonely place to be. You deserve to be with someone who sees you, who hears you, who wants to know the real you, not just the surface level. If you're feeling invisible, if you're feeling like your partner is just going through the motions, it's time to have a serious conversation. Because love is about connection, it's about shared experiences, it's about being truly seen and understood. Don't settle for a relationship where you feel like a stranger in your own life. It's important to recognize these signs and consider what they mean for your relationship. Don't be afraid to ask yourself the tough questions. Are you truly loved and cherished, or are you being taken advantage of? Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel valued, respected, and supported. Don't settle for anything less than the love you deserve. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Take care and see you in the next video.